UCLA brewery, you're so fun.
This is so brewing.
That's from my house.
Oh my God, everything is so.
Hey, how do I look?
Hey, very.
Brand new.
Oh my God.
Target.
Well, it's a party.
Seriously.
And gave it to me.
And Rachel's job was to put together a gift basket, and she's done enough for about 3 retirements. Made you a grouping of items for trips in and around California. Or elsewhere. Or anywhere.
So she said, you said, Dear Carol, did someone say road trip? Here's all you need for a successful one: a tape, books, magazines, munchies, and a picnic blanket, wine, cheese for a special stop along the way. We'll all miss you, think of you, and the good times you and Bernardo will be having during your retirement. Wishing you love, laughter, and good luck, the Botanical Garden Docent.
Hey.
So, I actually wrote up something that was kind of formal, but it didn't feel right to be formal with you, of all the different people that I know at UCLA and care about. And Stunt Ranch notwithstanding, I think my favorite affiliation with UCLA has been the garden and has been the docents, because you've become friends and family to me beyond just being a coordinator and having volunteers. And one of the things that I've appreciated more than anything else has been the opportunity over a period of time to get to know each person. And I always would say in our administrative meetings that you guys are models for who I want to be when I retire. When I said that, I couldn't imagine that I'd be retiring. So this is very weird, actually, and but very wonderful. And it's the strangest thing has been for me not to be involved with planning it.
Yes, I can understand
That's
that.
like, I guess, being a doctor and having someone else operate on you. And I want to thank Wendy so much for taking the lead in organizing this, and Rachel and Phil and Shu and all of your putting this wonderful party together. I can't wait to taste everything that you brought. I really am kind of stunned. I know that I'm feeling things really deep inside, and they haven't reached out to the tear ducts yet. That probably will happen after the fact. I want to say how thrilled I am to see some of our docents and volunteers who haven't been around for a while, Nancy and Celia in particular, and Mel, and Neela, and Rebecca Bonney, one of our not oldest docents, maybe more senior docents, who actually started a landscape business after becoming a docent here, which was pretty awesome. And wow, you know, we've really become friends over the years with being involved in each other's personal lives outside of here, trips that we've taken, milestones in our lives, children, grandchildren, some of our members who've passed on that I miss and I remember, and I know that you all do. And you know, I started out with art as the director originally. After I was starting to work with Stunt Ranch, and I started out originally as a casual, and then it was Dean of Life Science at the time, Fred Iserling, if I recall right, said to Phil, if he wants to have me continue in the career position, I have to be on loan to the garden to help
Little
art.
did you know.
Yeah, that's right.
So many years later, and you know, we have a new administration with Phil now as the director, and Art was wonderful. He had his own style. And with Phil now, I think, is going to be taking more of a hands-on approach to what's going on in the garden, with the assistance of Shauna from the development office, and there's going to be a lot of big changes in the garden and in the public education program. And I feel very proud of the past numbers of years when we didn't have a lot of supervision, running the docent program and the public education program with you. You guys have just stepped up. There have been times where I've panicked we haven't had enough docents and we had so many people coming, and even though it might not have been so easy for you, and Jill is here too. Oh my God.
Oh, great.
You know, you always stepped up, and somehow we didn't have to turn anybody away, which has really been wonderful. And there are great new things afoot for the garden. In some respects, I'm sorry that I won't be involved with that in great detail. On the other hand, I'm relieved that I'll be able to come and enjoy the garden and maybe come take some of your tours. And who knows, down the road, maybe I'll become a docent. I'll have to learn the plants better than I do them. And I really love you guys. I mean, each of you individually. I have my own relationship with each of you as individuals that is so meaningful, and especially over long periods of time. You know, it's, I said to there was a life science retirement party last Thursday, and I said, which is really true, is that I grew up here. You know, it's like my life has changed so dramatically from my involvement with UCLA and with the garden and Stunt Ranch, and I'm just eternally grateful for Phil having hired me and for my time here going so long. And I shared with that group, which I'll share with this group too, this is 18 years, and those who are in the Jewish tradition or faith know that 18 is the letter Chai, which stands for life. So I feel very fortunate that I'm going out with life in 18. And I did write a little haiku that I shared the other day too, that I'll share with you, because it's kind of the essence of how I feel. A haiku, if you don't know, is a Japanese poem that's made up of 17 syllables. It's in 3 lines. So 95 to now. Hard to believe, time goes by. I will miss you. And it really will.
So I wanted to say a few things. I'm new to the garden, but I've been at UCLA for 30 years, so not that I haven't been here before. And so I'm just I had a little hiccup last month of getting started at full speed. But I'm really getting to know the docents, and I just want to, speaking in my garden director hat, that the docent program is really critical to the garden. That's our interface to the public, and I really appreciate the past and current efforts of all of you in doing this. Our event last month with bringing in a lot of the community people and neighbors into the garden was really successful. And we have a fundraising letter that Shauna sent out last week trying to raise some money. We've got some really good plans. It's not that the garden is terrible, and it just had a little bit of benign neglect over the last decade or so. So we really have a lot of exciting plans, and you guys are really critical in terms of getting people to like the garden, which is no problem. People always like the garden, but trying to really get the face of the garden. We're amazed how many people who've been at UCLA 20 or 30 years, it's not that they haven't been in the garden, they don't know we have a garden. And so getting that visibility, reaching out to the Westwood community, to the campus community, we want to start having more events in the garden and doing some fundraising. The Chancellor is really supportive now. We've got a very supportive dean. So I think we're really turning the corner on some of the fundraising. For those of you who haven't seen the plans for the new entrance, I'll try to circulate a drawing. We should this next week have the final plans, but construction will probably start in beginning of October and be finished about this time next year. So a really large project. It's going to be a very dramatic entrance to the garden. Then Carol, of course, I want to mention that Carol has worked for me now for 18 years, and first at Stunt Ranch, and then as a jack of all trades doing Lacrette Center and events and everything. She's really good at a variety of experience. We're certainly going to really miss her because she's really been key to keeping everything going. There's a lot of balls in the air at one time. An indication of how many things she does is she's the only person I know that's had 2 retirement parties. 1 week. We had a really good turned out last Thursday of the staff in the EV. So, Carol, thank you very much for all your efforts. We're going to miss you, but we know you're not going away. You're going to be around,
definitely not
and
going
we're going to
away.
really have to lean on you at times. So,
We're just
thanks
letting
very
you go
much.
for a little vacation.
Yeah, a
Then
little
she's gonna
vacation.
come
I
back.
hope so. Well,